Hey guys, it's Des. This video is about how I came out at work. So basically, I came out at work mid February of this year. I was just like, I'm ready to, you know, start my change and my physical change, and I can't do that with if my coworkers don't know. So really, in about, I say early December is when I first told one of my managers. I was like, I knew that I wanted to tell them, you know, but obviously it was just nerve wracking and nervous, and I didn't know, how to, it's just nerve wracking telling other people that you've only been working with for not that long, to tell them this, to finally come out. But it was in December, and I told um one of my managers, I told her like, hey, can I talk to you privately? She was like, yeah. So we sat down, and I just, I was like, you gotta do it. So I just told her like, hey, I'm transgender, and you know um I'm gonna come out soon, but I just wanted you to know first, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tell our other managers, so then everybody could know. And she was really cool about it. She's basically my age, so she was like, that's awesome. It's whenever you want to come out, and so that was a relief to have her know, like, oh man, she basically was the first person outside of, my parents and my best friend to know that I'm transgender. So it was awesome. And then, um, I don't know, a couple months passed, and I still, January passed, and it was like, okay, well, man, like, just holding me back. I don't know what it was, but I was just telling her like, okay, I'm ready to tell my other manager. And my other manager, he is awesome. He's so cool and down to earth, and I know he would be cool with it. I guess again, it was just nerves getting at me, and telling someone else. So I was leaving work, and I was like, you gotta do it, you gotta do it. And so I went up to him, and I said, hey, can I talk to you for a minute? So we went outside, and um we sat at the patio, and I just told him, listen, I already told you know our, the other manager this, and I said, I'm transgender, and I'm ready to start my transitioning. I'm ready to start my change, and to finally be who I am. And obviously, I, gotta let you know, and gotta let everybody here know. And, but I'm ready to finally make, you know, to just be me. And he was just so cool about it. And he was just like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I'm so happy that you came out. Like, something like that, it's tough to keep it all in. And, I was like, yeah, it is. And, we just talked, and he's just so awesome about it. And, he's just like, I'm so happy, you're finally going to be who you are. And that's who you are, and that's fine. And, he just, asked me questions like, when did I know? And, and all that. And it was just really, really awesome to have, that support, and I mean, after telling him, it was just like, oh man, this whole, relief off my shoulders, basically. And so, where I work at, it's a restaurant. So, you know, the reason I wanted to tell him, well, obviously that, but also so he could help me tell everybody. And so he was just like, oh, do you want me to go ahead and tell everybody right now, after I leave? And he's like, I was just like, yeah, like, I'm ready, go ahead, tell everybody, and he was like, okay, like, like I said, where I work at's a restaurant, and everybody there is very open. Everybody there is very accepting and very open, and I knew I wasn't gonna have any trouble with them, because like I said, they're very accepting, and um, I guess it was just that, like, oh, okay, like that, finally letting everybody know who I am, like it was just like, a relief. So he was like, okay, I'll go ahead and tell everybody, and I was like, all right, and he was just, when we were just talking, he was just like saying, like I said, like how happy he was for me, and that he knew somebody that, is going through what I went through, but unfortunately, he committed suicide, and I was just telling him, like, I'm glad it never came to that point ever, like that never ever crossed my mind, because I couldn't do that to my family, and I'm just glad that I have a strong family that supports me, and it never ever came to that point. Unfortunately it does, and it's sad that you know people can't be who they are. It's completely sad, but I think now with everything, we're finally getting recognized, and hopefully educate more people about this, so many lives will not be taken away. But we just talked about that, and he just looked me in the eye and was like, "You better promise me something." He was like, "If anybody ever says anything or disrespect you, you come to me." And that really was like, that was just, the support, and how awesome he is. So, you know, um, yeah. After that, he was just like, we hugged, and then my other manager that I first told, she was all happy, and then he was like, okay, I'll go ahead and tell, everybody. And so the next day, everybody knew, and treated me safe, which is awesome. It wasn't like, but it was just awesome that, uh, the first manager was like, yeah, he told everybody, and the main cook, was just like, if anybody messes with, Des, I'll kick their ass and stuff. So it was just nice to know that they have my back and they support me, and it was just a great, awesome feeling to come out to my coworkers like that, and to have their full support. I couldn't have asked for, better people, to work with. It was just really, really, really awesome to have that support, and it was scary at first, but I'm happy now, and it's all good. Honestly, I mean, I'm just happy and relieved, and that I can go into work, into an environment that accepts me for me. So it was great. So yeah, the next video will be about basically how I came out to my whole family, and that's uh, that's gonna be a good one. So thank you for watching. Like, subscribe. Thank you. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Alright guys, bye.